Hello everyone, in this video lecture I am going to start the new layer, that is network layer. In this video I am going to focus on two main points, and those are IP address and subnetting. So let's start with IP address. As we have seen that data link layer provides MAC address to the node or a machine. Similarly, network layer provides a logical address which is also known as IP address. IP address plays important role to remain connected in a network for communication purpose. It is like an identifier to identify each device connected to the internet. There are two versions of IP protocol, IP version 4 and IP version 6. Here we are going to concentrate on IP version 4. An IP version 4 address is of 32-bit long address, and it is assigned uniquely and universally to each device. So note that IP version 4 is of 32-bit long and it is assigned unique and universally. There are three formats which represents IP address: binary format, hexadecimal format and dotted decimal format. The 32-bit IP address is divided into 4 blocks. Here IP address is shown in binary and dotted decimal format. You must have seen IP addresses in decimal format on our PC, laptops and mobile displays. IP address in decimal format, here it is shown. Why we call it as a dotted decimal? Because each block is separated by a dot. In each block, if you can see here, each block carries 2 raised to 8 values, that is 256 values. Same IP address is shown in binary format, but blocks are separated by a space. Okay, there are some examples are given for exercise which shows or which give you exercise to convert the IP address from binary notation to dotted decimal and vice versa. Here we will take one example. The first one is, here it is shown in the binary format and the solution here is given in the dotted decimal format. Okay, you can solve them. The next exercise to convert the IP addresses from dotted decimal format to the binary notation format. Here the third exercise given to correct the errors. Let's take an example. The first one, A1 example, shows the IP address as 111.56.045.78. As you can see here, in the third block, the number 045, it is led by 0. So the error lies in the third block. Similarly, in the next exercise, the IP address is given in binary notation and we have to convert it into hexadecimal notation. For hexadecimal, how will identify the given IP addresses in the hexadecimal format? It is shown by 0 and a cross. If IP address starts with a 0 and a cross, then that will be considered as a hexadecimal format. Now we will move to the categories of IP addressing, that is classful addressing and classless addressing. Currently we are using classful addressing. So under classful addressing there are 5 classes: class A, class B, class C, class D and class E. Here the pie chart is given. Out of 100%, 50% is occupied by class A, 25% is occupied by class B, 12.5% occupied by class C and remaining two classes occupies 6.25 each. Now, how to guess that given IP address is of which class? Okay, this is the main thing. Here it is shown in a standard format for binary and dotted decimal. For binary, if the first bit of 8 bits, okay, here are 4 blocks as you can see here. Here first block, the first bit out of 8 bits start with 0, then it is a class A. If the first 2 bits are 1 and 0, then it will be considered as a class B. Next, if first 3 bits are 1 1 0, then it will be considered as a class C. For class D, it will start with 1 1 1 0, and finally if the first 4 bits of first octet are 1 1 1, then it will be considered as a class E. So this is a standard format for a binary notation. Similarly, it is shown for dotted decimal notation. Here they are shown in limits. For class A, the first byte shows that if it lies from 0 to 127, then it will be considered as a class A. If it lies between 128 to 191, it will be considered as a class B. If it lies between 192 to 223, it is class C. If it is 224 to 299, it will be considered as a class D. And finally, if it lies between 240 to 255, it will be considered as a class C. Here, to understand the binary format, a simple flow chart is given. Okay. Now, coming to the let us understand this flow chart. If the input or the first bit is 0, then it will be considered as a class A. If it is 1, then we will move to the next. If it is 1 and 0, then it will be class B. If it is 1, we will go to the next bit. 0, then it will be class C. If it is again 1, 1, 1, triple 1 and 0, it will be considered as a class D. And if not, 4 times 1 indicates class E. Here the exercise is given in which you have to identify which class the given IP address is. Okay, this is given in a binary notation. If you consider first example, let us take first example. The first bit is 0. That means what? It is a class A address. The second example, in the second example, the first 2 bits are 1 1, third bit is 0, then it is considered as a class C. 1 1 0 indicates class C. Similarly, you can solve remaining. Here the examples are given in dotted decimal format and you have to find which class it is. Okay, for example, let's take C example 14.23.120.8. 14 indicates it lies between 0 to 127. That means this IP address is of class A. Now coming to the most important part of IP address. The address is divided into 2 parts. Okay, the network ID and host ID. Network ID represents net ID represents network ID, that means particular network, and host ID represents number of devices connected to the network. Okay, let us take example of our college. We have a network and 100 PCs are connected to indicate, and it is shown by network ID so for different classes the network ID and host ID varies. You can see here that for class A, first block is of network ID and is and remaining are host IDs. Okay. For class B, the first two blocks are for network ID and remaining two for host ID. Class C, first three blocks are for network ID and remaining one will be for host ID. For class D and class E, it is not applicable because class D is used for multicast purpose, and similarly class E is reserved for future use. After looking at the IP address, we can easily tell which is the network ID and which one is the host ID using ranges, as we know the range of IP address. But machine and a network are not so smart. They have to check which is the network ID and which is the. So subnet masking is used. It helps to find out the network ID from the given IP address. Here is the standard format for class A, class B and class C. We have to perform a logical AND operation between the given IP address and a default mask which is assigned to class A, class B and class C. Understand this, the default mask is a standard and which we cannot vary. For class A, the default mask is given as 255.000 because the first block indicates network ID. The second, in class B, the first two blocks are 255 and 255 and remainings are 0. Similarly for the class C, you have seen in real time, every time below IP address there is always a default mask. This is the given example, and if a machine wants to know or a network wants to know which is the network ID and which one is the host ID, it will perform logical AND operation with IP address. Means a given IP address will be logically added with this given default mask. So it will extract the network ID and host ID. So this is the part of subnetting. Thank you.